Where do you think you would be if you didn't find the warming center?
Dead.
Wow. That's it. You wouldn't be here without it.
I would have died.
Wow.
I should be dead.
All right, we are here at the Flathead Warming Center in Kalispell, Montana. And the Flathead Warming Center is just a facility that honestly saves lives. It's a safe, warm place for people in need. And so we're gonna go inside, we're gonna meet some of the team, and we're just gonna hear more about what they're doing here.
Welcome to the Flathead Warming Center.
Thank you, we're so excited to be here.
My name is Tanya Horn, and I'm the Executive Director and Co-founder of the Warming Center. Come on in, let me show you around.
Let's do it.
My name is Nathan Small. I was born and raised in Rocky Boy, Montana. It's an Indian reservation. I moved here in 2012. There's no work back home. There's no housing back home. So I moved over here where there was an economy and housing was a lot better back in 2012.
Tell me a little bit about your upbringing.
It was pretty rugged. I was a red-headed Indian. The Indians hated me because I looked white. The whites hated me because they knew I was Indian. I had a bad attitude. It contributed to a lot of negative things that happened to me, I suppose. I was working when I went homeless. I had a job. I just couldn't pay the bills and feed the kids at the same time. It was one or the other, and I ended up losing everything. But yeah, I had to walk 3 miles just to get on a company truck. Then I'd go do concrete all day. Then I'd get off at the shop, I'd walk 3 miles, I'd pick up my kids at home, and we'd walk downtown to feeding the Flathead churches, because that was the easiest way to eat.
What is the reality of what it's like to be homeless here in the Flathead Valley?
It's hard everywhere. You know, you get tired, you get cold, you're hungry, people are mean.
And you found the warming center, and what was it like? What type of treatment and welcome did you receive when you came here the first time? I know Jody mentioned it's been a journey, so maybe tell us a little bit about the journey.
They were really nice to me. They fed me, they gave me a place to stay, they explained the rules. They've always been really good to me here.
A lot has changed in our community over the last couple of years. The housing and rent has just gone through the roof. So there's really a lack of housing, but there's also a lack of resources. A lot of folks, not all, but a lot of folks that we serve at the Warming Center are ill. They're fighting different mental health or addiction illnesses or physical illnesses. And there aren't the places that we used to have in our community for people to go to be well, like that crisis stabilization place. And so what we're finding is it's harder to get housing, but it's also harder to get help when you're struggling with personal things. And so we're seeing those crises played out in public spaces. We see here at the Warming Center what I say to be the strongest part of humanity, but we also see those that struggle really, really hard. But what's amazing is when we see those things come together, when we see our community walking in the door to bring a coat that they have, our food that they're going to share with our neighbors in need. That's the best of humanity. But also, when we have to turn people away, you'll see people step out of line so that a woman has a bed, or so that a family doesn't have to sleep out in the cold. You'll see people within the homeless community go, nope, I'm out of here because I'm gonna give up my bed for the night for another person. Our biggest need is definitely space. We are seeing more folks that need warming center services than we have the capacity. Now that the weather has changed and it's gotten cold, we've already started to have to turn individuals away. We can only serve 50 people a night. We're community funded, and that's so very important. We could not work without our community. And the Warming Center is not just about the homeless community. It's about who we are as an overall community. When you come into the warming center and you participate in any way that you can, you get so much more back in return. It's going to take everyone working together, and it all starts with relationships.
There's a human connection here. They care about you. They try to get to know your story so they can help you better. Like a lot of places, they're just designed to feed you and get you down the road. You know, this place is not. This place is trying to set you up to get up out of this place.
What caused you to want to put in the work to change your life and to change your situation?
I was drinking myself to death. I knew it.
And you just knew, I just don't want to live this way anymore.
I didn't want to die like that. It was too painful. I was dying. I mean, my face was swelling up. It was retaining the alcohol. It wasn't leaving my system. I was in the ER 5 times in 3 weeks, and I don't remember going in once. Stayed out, find me passed out somewhere. They're like, why do you keep sleeping in snowbanks? Like, where do you expect me to sleep? You look around, it's, 3 feet of snow. Like, where do you want me to sleep? I've never been to a harder position where I worked every day from the minute I woke up to the minute I laid down, gathering food, trying to stay out of trouble, trying to stay out of people's way. You don't get to rest.
How did this place really change your life? It seems like it did in a lot of ways.
They keep us alive, they give us hope. Because if we can get here, we can rest tonight. And no matter what tomorrow brings, we got a nice rest. We're dry. You can shower. You can wash your clothes. All that gives you hope. That's the first thing we lose out there besides our house, our dignity, and all that. One of the biggest things we lose is hope. They're just trying to stay alive.
When you look at your life from this point forward, what do you hope it looks like?
I don't know. I just want to be comfortable. I'm not tired of chasing money, cars, women. I just want to be comfortable. My kids be happy. So that's enough for me. The Warming Center's doing all it can, and the more help it gets, the better they will be, and the better this town will be for it. This place tries to build, not just take us off the streets, but put us back in the community where we can be productive. They really try to reach out to each individual to help everybody, and I think they're really something special to me. I'm not homeless anymore. I do have a job. Things are moving forward. They're moving slow, but they're moving forward. And life is getting better every day. I have a lot to be grateful for every day I wake up. Just the fact that I get to wake up.